Welcome everyone, this is the Insights Current Affairs quiz of 23rd September 2022 and I will explain this quiz based on the questions. So for example, some questions are there which can be somewhat guessed by having basic learning, but some questions are there that requires a learning of that particular level to which a question is given. So I will explain this by starting the quiz. So first question is regarding the Panch Tirth. The term Panch Tirth includes which of the following places that are associated with B. Ambedkar. So we have seen this in news that all the 5 places, Janmabhoomi, Shiksha Bhoomi, Diksha Bhoomi, Jati Bhoomi and Mahaparinirvan Bhoomi, all of these are included in the B.R. Ambedkar circuit. So no need of reading this. If you know all these bhumis, then tick answer number D. And if you don't know, then learn this, that all the places, whether it was Ambedkar's birthplace or where Ambedkar embraced Buddhism, as well as the cremation place of Ambedkar, all are included in this Panch Tirth. Now we will move to second question. Operation Octopus, Operation Double Bull and Operation Thunderstorm are related to. So this portion, it has 4 options and it can be somewhat guessed, or if not guessed, then somewhat options can be eliminated. For example, option number A is given protection of critically endangered species. So you may have seen that these operations, protection of critically endangered species, these are not named after operation. These are named such as Project Tiger, Project Elephant, not somewhat operation. So first option is eliminated. Now second is also eliminated. Operation means it is, you can say, a kind of military operation that is performed. Now comes the third option, which is operations carried out by border security force along the international boundary, and fourth is anti-Naxal operation by CRPF. So third option and fourth option, both of them have somewhat 50-50 chances. So if you know, then you would know that the answer is D. But if you do not know, then you will be confused between C and D. So the option is D, which is correct, but C is not correct because these operations have names such as Operation Cold, and there is one operation that is between Rajasthan and Pakistan which has name Operation Sard Hawa. So if you do not know, then learn this, that Operation Octopus, Operation Double Bull, Operation Thunderstorm are anti-Naxal operation by CRPF. These are not operations that is carried out by BSF. So we will choose option number D. Then consider the following statement regarding black fungus, sometimes seen in the news. So first option is black fungus is a rare and fatal fungal infection. This statement is by here true, and it is caused by molds called mucormycetes. This is also true. You must learn that this is caused by a mold whose name is mucormycetes. Now second comes, it is zoonotic in nature. So zoonotic means those diseases that can be transmitted from animal to human. So black fungus is not like that. It spreads through spores and porous particles that are present in the environment, not by animal to human, neither human to human, or even not transfer from human to animal. So second option is incorrect. Third is, it often affects the sinuses, lungs, skin and brain. So skin, you can predict that fungus comes in the skin and it affects the skin. Also lungs can have fungus stored. Brain can be a little bit complicated, but here 4 options are given, so third option will be correct. If you do not know, then learn this, that these fungus affect sinuses, lungs, skin and brain also. So we will choose option number C, which is first and third. Now comes the fourth question. Which of the following conditions precedent for the successful working of democracy? So this is, you can say, a concept based question, not a fact based question. So first option, so it is asking that what are the conditions that must be precedent, which means that must be present for the successful work of democracy. So you have to understand the question also. It is not asking about the rules and regulations of democracy or the conditions that democracy must follow, but it is talking about successful working of democracy. So first is equality of law and administration. So this is true. When there is no equality of law, we cannot call a democracy a success. Now second is avoidance of tyranny of majority over minority. So just think about its negative. Then think that if this thing is not there, can we call this democracy a success? So if there is an oppression by the majority towards minority, then can it be a successful democracy? This is not true. So second option must be a precondition for successful working of democracy. Third is presence of opposition. So if opposition is not there in the parliament, can you think of any successful democracy? We cannot think of. So that is why third option is also correct. Fourth is functioning of moral order in society. So there are DPSPs, which are directive principles of state policy, that upheld these moral order in the society. If there are conflicts, more of kind of riots, and everywhere there is oppression and violence, then we cannot say that democracy is working in successful way. So fourth option is also correct. Now fifth is public conscience, which means the public can be able to decide what is right and what is wrong for them. And you can remember that this is the reason why right to information was made, because people have the right to know the correct information. So we see all of these options are correct. So option number D is correct. Now fifth is which of the following are the advantages of bioremediation technique? So this is some kind of technical question. It is not something that you can just do it by guess. You have to learn about this bioremediation technique. So what is this technique? This technique is useful for absolute destruction of wide variety of contaminants. So this is true. If you do not know, then learn this today, that this bioremediation technique, you can also guess it somewhat by the word. Bio means biology. Remediation comes from the word remedy, which means a solution for something. So it is a solution for absolute destruction of wide variety of contaminants. For example, contaminants in water plus contaminants in sewage, and also some other hazardous wastes. So first option is correct. Second comes, it is relatively less expensive than other technologies for disposal of hazardous waste. And why? Because it is based on some microorganisms. These microorganisms are sent in that contaminated thing, whether soil or water or sewage. It absolutely destruct all these contaminants. So this is rather less expensive. It can be carried out on a site without causing a major disturbance of normal activities. So you may have seen, if some waste is recycled or decomposed, anything like that, it has to be transported from one place to another, and that causes somewhat disturbance to normal activities. For example, if the waste is going on in road, then it pollutes the air and everything. Also, it causes disturbance of normal activities. For example, traffic gets disturbed. People do not feel comfortable around these transport vehicles that carry on waste. But because of this bioremediation technique, what can be done that microorganisms can be sent to the soil or water or sewage, and this decomposition, this destruction can be done on the site itself, so no need of transportation. So this option is also correct. Fourth is genetic engineering can be used to create microorganisms specifically designed for bioremediation. So for different types of waste, different kinds of these microorganisms are used. So genetic engineering can be done, which I explained also, I think 1 week ago. It was about genetic engineering. So this fourth option is also correct. If you do not know, learn this today, and learn by examples, you will remember more. So this option D is correct because 1, 2, 3, 4 all options are correct. We will now look at quiz summary. 5 of the 5 questions are completed. Finishing this quiz, 4 of the 5 questions answer correctly. So we will see which of the option is incorrect. So first question is incorrect because it chooses first, second and third option only, and we have chosen first, second, third, fourth, fifth. But I do not think that fourth and fifth options are wrong because these were also included in the newspaper that I explained about. We'll see the answer. Okay, so here it is written that the government has first proposed the Ambedkar Circuit or Panchtirth 2016. Panchtirth will include Janmabhoomi, Ambedkar's birthplace in Madhya Pradesh, Mahau, Siksha Bhoomi, place in London where he stayed while studying UK, Diksha Bhoomi where he embraced Buddhism, Mahaparinirvan Bhoomi, place of his demise in Delhi. You see, both of these are also included, Mahaparinirvan Bhoomi as well as Jat Bhoomi. So there will be some technical malfunction here. All of the options are correct. Now make sure that when you come tomorrow for this quiz, you will come after solving the quiz by yourself for the analysis.